Test conditions are perfect, and already Grant can see a pattern developing.
Yellow flags, which are the most humid balls, are closer to home plate. The control balls, which are pink, are a little bit further out. And out here in the outfield, the dry balls, which are the red flags, are the furthest out. Still too early to call, but I think this might be a trend.
That's good. They're starting to group together.
Like some medieval war machine, the rig keeps kissing leather till the ammo runs out.
And there's definitely a pool of yellow, pink, and red flags. That means that the humid balls didn't go as far. Then comes the control at 50% humidity, and the furthest with a 10% humidity, dry balls all the way at the outer edge.
And that totally agrees with our small-scale tests.
Yeah, it's a spread of plus or minus 15 feet.
You know, I think there's some truth to this myth, because there's definitely a pattern where the dry balls were going farther than the humid balls.
It's funny how such a small thing can make such a huge difference on the game.
Yep, there's so many variables in baseball, I think it would be hard to attribute a decrease in home runs to just humidity.
You know what's weird, though? Starting this season, Major League Baseball teams are keeping their balls in humidors.
Well, that settles it for me. This is definitely plausible.
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 Meanwhile, Adam and Jamie have been putting a cork in it. Now, the rules of baseball state that a bat must be a single piece of wood. That's how they leave the factory. But in the search for more spring, some players hollow out bats, replacing wood with cork. But does cork equal clout? I'll just let Adam explain.
The heart of this experiment is a timer. One that fires a ball, one that swings a bat. Here's how it started. I release the safety, I click this. This sends electrical signals all the way down here, follow me, to our bank of air tanks, which we built for the Pirate Special Cannon. These two solenoids are activated by that timer. They activate these valves, releasing all the air from these tanks into the bottom of this barrel, in which is one of these balls in a sabot. The ball starts traveling down the barrel. As the ball travels down the barrel, a second electrical impulse activates this quick release on a valve, which releases this bat, which is on a spring on this cylinder here, swinging all the way around. Hopefully, at the very moment a ball is leaving the barrel, hitting the bat right at the point of impact we want, capturing it on high-speed camera, knocking it out of the park, and answering our question once and for all.
The reason we're doing it this way is we need to isolate the effect of the cork. Now, if the bat is swinging at the same speed each time and the cannon is firing the ball at the same speed each time, the only variable here is the corked bat. And that should make it really obvious if the corked bat is providing extra spring.
First, a regulation uncorked bat. The cannon is lubed with lard and a baseball loaded, snug in its foam sabot. We're ready to play ball.
I'm going to fire both of these things at precisely the same second.
Okay.
The tricky part of this experiment is the timing. The ball will be flying at 80 miles per hour and the bat swinging at 60 miles per hour for a combined collision speed of 140 miles per hour. If Adam's timing is out, even by a couple of milliseconds, the two won't connect.
In 3, 2.
Strike one. Cannon and robot weren't in sync, but never fear, the game's not over yet.
High speed says that we've dialed into our correct batting speed. The mechanical bat is swinging just as fast as I was able to, 62 miles an hour. However, the ball is showing up to the party 141 milliseconds early.
Adam tweaks the timer.
I've delayed the ball by 141 milliseconds. Everybody ready? In 5, 4, 3.
This time, Adam's timing was spot on, but the ball rocketed off the bat and smashed a chunk out of the scale.
Ground ball.
Ground ball. So that may mean that this test is invalid because it hit this.
Yeah.
And we don't get a measurement of how fast the ball leaves there.
The guys reset.
Go. That's the hit!
This batting robot's really got its eye in.
That was another good hit.
hit one side of your shop and then the other.
Oh, there it is. It's in the armature wire.
That's great.
Now that we've seen a number of hits with a regulation bat, what the high-speed camera is telling us is that the ball is consistently leaving the cannon at 80 miles an hour, which happens to be about the speed of a Roger Clemens pitch. It's also leaving the bat once it gets hit at 80 miles an hour. The next thing we need to do is test how fast it leaves the bat when the bat is corked. If it leaves faster, that'll answer our question.
3.
That was a hit.
That was a hit.
The ball is over here.
And the bat is still there. So, with any luck, that's data. The ball is coming into the bat at about 80 miles an hour, but it is leaving that bat at half that speed at about 40 miles an hour.
Remember, when they tested the regulation bat, the ball was arriving at 80 miles per hour and leaving at almost the same speed. Try again.
That looked like a beautiful hit. That looked like a perfect line drive back towards your welder. That's perfect. That's as good as our best one with the non-cork bat. Our earlier data points with the normal uncorked bat had the ball leaving the bat pretty much at exactly the speed it was going towards the bat at. In both of our good data sets on the cork bat, it's leaving at half the speed.
Loading your lumber with lightweight cork poses two problems. The bat might be lighter and easier to swing, but reduced weight means less energy delivered to the ball. Also, instead of adding extra spring, the cork actually absorbs some of the impact. Those two factors add up to blunted batting ability.
A ball hitting a cork bat is going to leave that bat at a slower speed than a ball hitting a regulation unmodified bat. I mean, they made this thing to hit a ball really efficiently. I don't think it warrants any modification.
Looks like this baseball myth's been knocked out of the park.
Guess what?
What?
I made a commemorative plaque for this myth.
Corked bat, okay.
Yeah.
Well, you know, one way or another, it looks like the guys that got caught using a corked bat got themselves suspended for nothing.
Yeah, you know, while our sample size might have been small, our results were totally unambiguous.
Every time a ball came off the corked bat, it was coming off at half the speed that it was off of a normal bat.
Yeah, far from acting like a spring, it was a lot more like a sponge. I gotta say, this one is totally busted.
Totally. It's busted.
I might reach 90 miles an hour today for y'all.
Rogers agreed to throw his whole taxonomy of pitches for us while we shoot it with the high-speed camera from several angles, and that really ought to allow us to break down what's going on from a physics perspective with each of these pitches.
The team is hoping to use the high-speed camera to unravel the mojo of the throw. But to warm up that famous arm, the Rocket first puts some pitches in front of Adam and Jamie.
Room service is right there. It's like
Okay.
somebody bringing you breakfast in the morning. I'm going to put it right there. You can't miss it. You can close your eyes and hit it. That is a bat. That's not a broomstick. Now swing like you're off. Hey, all right.
The Mythbusters may be struck out, but with the Rocket firing on all cylinders, it's time to unravel the parameters of the pitch. First up, a basic four-seam fastball.
We hold the fastball in this manner, and from my understanding, this ball rotates when I let it go in this manner. With four seams, these seams will catch that wind. That ball will track.
Fastball is like watching a dart go, man. It's beautiful.
Looking at the high speed, the fastball pitched